Hello!
Yes, welcome back. We're back at it again. This is KnittinJenna and the Crazy Cat Lady. We are a knitting and knitting adjacent podcast, yarn buying.
That's a good way to put it. Knitting and knitting adjacent.
Yep, with a little dabble here and there in other yarny, fibery things like crochet, and someone did some embroidery. But we'll talk about that. So it's been, a while, about 9 months since we did this.
Well, somebody had to have children.
Yeah, well, I didn't have another one. Don't worry. I'm just still with two. We still just have two, Sarah and Molly. So, but here we are. We're back. First off, we'd love to shout out our most adoring fans, especially Miss Alice.
Alice. She is wonderful. Mm-hmm. She says, I'm your number one fan. I'm like, Alice, you might be our one fan, but
that's okay. We love you, Alice. I love that every time I see you, which I don't see you very often, you ask when we're going to do this again. So here we are, just for you.
Yes, just for Alice.
Yes. So we thought we would jump back in and show you. We're not wearing anything today because it is like 80 plus degrees.
It's, what was it, 97 yesterday?
Yeah, in St. Louis. It's just too warm for hand knits.
The first day of autumn is what, this week?
I think it might be tomorrow.
Yeah, hopefully
maybe today.
We'll get some cooler weather.
I don't know. So we're doing that, so I am ready. And
you're
on my Halloween,
out.
I got boots, I got my earrings, I got my Frankenstein mug. We've changed location too.
We're
in the Crazy Cat domain.
Yeah. She's over here at the Crazy Cat Lady's house. So I'm excited. This is exciting.
All right, so let's talk about what we've been doing since we last recorded, which mostly I've just been being a mom, but Molly started school, so that's good. She goes 3 days a week. So it's just me and Sarah for 3 days, and so.
Is Sarah okay with that?
I think she loves it. She's like coming out of her little shell and showing us her little personality, but it could just be she's 15 months old now, almost 16 months. So
I know Molly's probably happy to get away from little sis for a little bit.
I think so. I think Molly is really enjoying that. She's playing with other kids her age, and I feel like they're really like she's learning stuff. Like they work on a different letter every week, and they work on a different number, and like. They sing songs, just some structure in her day, which I think is really good for her.
Well, I found out for sure. I think Molly's going to be a paleontologist. She knows all of her dinosaurs.
She does.
Every one of the dinosaurs.
Maybe not all of them, but
yes, everyone. Okay. Everyone. You pull it. She pulls it out, and she tells you what it is. My favorite is what the Ceratosaurus.
Girl,
I think that's so funny.
She loves it. Her favorite right now is a Triceratops. In fact, or not a Triceratops,
Triceratops is a I don't know. She was trying to teach me how to pronounce it. I'm a little slow.
Her favorite is a T-Rex. And that's what she's going to be for Halloween. Her and Sarah have matching T-Rex costumes.
That's going to be super cute.
They're great. Okay, so last time we saw you 9 months ago, we were working on a few things. Like, I was working on these socks. I'm not going to put mine on sock blockers. I'll just show you. But they're finished, my Christmas socks, so out of Turtlepurl yarns with my rubber ducky from Lionbrand Fiber Arts, heels and toes. And I think it's just basic. I think maybe they might be 72-inch socks because I feel like my
that was a pretty heel there.
My legs,
very pretty heel.
My feet, everything's grown. You didn't know you would grow after you had children, did you?
I've heard people say that some things don't go back.
Yeah, my feet, I don't think they've really changed size. If they have, it's been very minor. But like I found a 72 stitch is more comfortable than mine 64, which is what I was using.
Okay, yeah, good to know. So if I make you some, do a 72.
72.
What do you do? What size needle do you do yours on?
I think a 1. That sounds right. I don't know. I've worn these obviously since then, since I probably finished these close to last Christmas.
Yeah, they feel really good.
Yeah, I like them. I like these a lot. So Mistletoe Kisses, Turtlepurl yarns. Okay.
Yeah.
And then now we have a real sock parade for Miss Corey.
I don't know what this is. This is stray random. This is stray random striping. I striped it. So that means I had 1,000,001 ends to do. But this was just bits, ends, and pieces here and there of different blue stripy yarn. And then I did a Knit Picks tweed for the heel and toes. This is 64 stitches.
Yours, though, I think because yours had the ribbing all the way down, it probably fits nicer since mine are just straight stockinette.
I tend to do this ribbing, especially for other people, but because I didn't know for sure who this was going to be. You know, socks are really forgiving when you do the ribbing. But my sister gets all the socks. It seems like, so she'll get that one, and then this I did for a birthday present. I was invited to someone's birthday party today, and
Are you going later?
Actually, I realized I was double booked, and I'm invited to a different birthday party that I already RSVP'd for. But this is for a gentleman that is the gentleman of all gentlemen. He's the man with everything. He's quite the Renaissance quintessential gentleman, and I thought, what could I do? And so I knit some socks real quick, and I did this. This is, what is that, Sockease?
Oh, is that Lionbrand Sockease? Is this one of the
Hate
drinks?
to say it, yeah. Hate to say it, but I don't think they make it anymore. So it is the Sockease. This one's called Sidecar.
Oh, the Sidecar, yeah.
And then this here is Teeny Weeny Knits color Zircon. So I got this Sockease. I got the Teeny Weeny Knits from the bead place in Fairview Heights.
Oh.
She carries quite the selection of teeny weeny knits in all different colors. So you can always go in and get some heels, toes, and cuffs.
Sidecar. So like in our last time that we talked to you guys, the Corey was doing Sockease, but she did the dark and stormy for her boss.
Right. How did you remember that?
I watched the episode last night. So
How did you remember that?
We had talked about.
Because I had wondered what color I had done for him, and I looked back in my book, and I was like, it was dark and stormy. Yes, those colors are really nice. I don't know if Lionbrand came out with a replacement for that line, or if they just discontinued it, because it's amazing. I love it. I love that yarn. Maybe if we harass them, they will come out and do it again. Okay. And then we had a whole conversation over your house. We were trying to figure out what in the world I had done in my keeping track of the socks. But this right here, this one is Cascade Heritage, the burgundy.
That red, yeah.
And then it's striped with some green slow change yarn. I striped it, so I had 1,000,000. Once again, I had 1,000,000 ends striped.
It looks like what is that stuff? It'll come to me.
But I think it came. I really.
Zauberball. It looks like a Zauberball.
It might be. I really like how that one came out. Look at that. I just love it. I actually got it to match pretty good.
You did a really good job with the matching. Yeah, I like the Zauberballs. They're that weird slow change.
Yeah.
They feel like they kind of fade from one to the next. I like that.
And of course, once again, that was 64 stitches, 2x2 rib on the cuff, and then I moved down to this here looks like it might be a 3x3 broken rib. 3x3 broken rib on the body and the foot. And then a heel flap and gusset with what is that, slip stitch, heel flap and gusset.
Stitch, yeah, with the garter stitch edge.
Oh yeah, I did the garter stitch edge on
a little garter stitch edge. I like that. I like that little detail. You did that on a pair of socks for me. I like that. You did it on these too. Girl, is that just your new thing now?
I'm changing it up. I think on the pair I'm working on, I didn't do that.
Yeah.
I think I did a partridge heel on the pair that I'm working on.
Partridge. That's hard for me to keep up with.
You know, it usually is. This time I'm managing. And then
these shorties.
These took so long, and I don't know why.
They're just so long. Right? That's half the knitting. Look at that.
I have no idea.
Knitting. Half.
And it takes me forever to do them.
I wonder if it's because like you just feel like you can't get going. You know, like here, You do your little ribbing, and then you're like, bang, I have all this to just knit, 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 knit. And then you change it up with the heel, and then you knit, 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 toe.
I have no idea. But my girlfriend, Gayla, she likes shorties. So I figured I'd make her a shorty. This one is Heritage, the Lionbrand Sockease for the main body in the color Martini. And then
I'll do their all drinks.
The Heritage Cascade color 5652 because she likes yellow.
I love yellow. I
for
feel
the
that.
yellow.
I see Gayla and I, we know. We love yellow. It's just so good and so sunny and so bright. And I love yellow because you can do it any season. There's a yellow for every season.
There is a yellow. There's a light yellow. You can do it for any season.
You can do like this fun, like hot lemonade-y yellow for summer. You can do like a goldy yellow for fall. And then you can do any one you want for winter because it's always so dreary. You can wear any yellow you want.
And you know what? Yellow makes you happy, right?
Mm-hmm. I love yellow.
It's been scientifically proven that houses with yellow doors sell faster than ones without.
Wow. So when we go to sell our house in 1,000 years,
a yellow door.
Mm-hmm. Okay, other finishes. I don't really know. Like, I look through my stuff and I have random things, but recently I made 2 tiny baby hats. Look at this. Out of leftovers. It's the Easy Peasy Sock newborn hat. I think it was a free pattern on Ravelry, but I did one in this purple. It's leftover. This is Malabrigo Arroyo from a shawl that I made, but I like it because it has this little knot on top. I just need to weave the end, but it's just 2 ends. And then I did a green one.
I love that green.
I love this green too. For my brand new nephew. And then this one, the purple one, is for one of Jordan's coworkers. Has a little girl due in December. So I thought that would be good. And then
look at you getting a head start on your baby knits.
Okay, when they're tiny like that, we can be ahead. But when I have not made a blanket. The last baby blanket I made for a child was for my sister-in-law's little boy, Austin, who was born 9 days before Molly. And I think I finished it sometime between his birth and Molly's birth. I never knit Molly a blanket. And, but a lot of other people did.
Other blankets.
You knit her a blanket. Debbie knit her a blanket. I had a gal from school. I had 2 gals from school crochet her blankets. Like, they just did it as a gift. She has a lot of. Molly is very.
Blankets. You knit her a sweater.
I've knit Molly multiple sweaters and hats and socks, and she'll be just fine. But I did knit Sarah that blanket. But I have only knit. I didn't knit Sarah any hats or anything. I knit her 1 hat because a lot of it I just used Molly's. Like Molly's old stuff that she's too big for. Except I made her a couple sweaters. Anyway, I think that's all our finishes. Last time we had talked about this sweater that I had finished for Sarah.
So stinking cute.
And it was really darling.
That is so stinking cute. You gotta take that?
Maybe.
Okay. We'll be right back.
I don't know how to pause. Okay, we're back. So I was talking about Sarah. Sarah wore this sweater a few times last year, and I had ordered buttons for it. They're these little glittery buttons.
Those are so adorable.
From Twin Mountain Handcrafts. And I really like them. I might put them on there, but I think it's too small for her now. So she's been wearing.
I like this yarn too.
I love that.
Which one is
That's Malabrigo Arroyo in the glitter colorway.
I love this yarn.
So I think it's too small. I haven't tried it. She's been wearing Molly's old one a lot. This one. And then I love this pattern. And then this is one that I had knit for Peyton, my niece who is 10. She's 10 now. But Sarah can wear this too because it's like a 12-month size. So she's been wearing this one too. It probably has some Sarah drool on it. She's cutting a lot of teeth right now.
This is so cool.
So I think that one's probably too small. See if we hold it up.
I really like Malabrigo.
I do too. I might, yeah.
Do we have a good Malabrigo source?
Yarncom has. This where I bought it last time was Yarncom. And I have another skein of this because I might make another one in a bigger size. This one's even bigger than that one. She's been wearing this one comfortable. This one's a little big. It's all right. So I was like, okay, I should show you that I did buy buttons that I'd never put on there. That's okay.
For the future.
Yeah, it actually.
I've never made this pattern. Maybe I should make it one day.
You should. I love that sweater for babies, and it goes fast. This was a Molly sweater that I just found. I was like, I need to put on Sarah. But it would be. It needs a button too.
Little Miss Molly's gonna need a new sweater.
Oh, okay. So she's worn her pink one that you made her a few times, and then this is one my mom had made her.
Oh, this is the
and
one with
she's
the
worn
flowers.
it a few times. It's so sweet.
Oh, look at these buttons.
Yeah.
Oh, these are really nice.
Yes.
These are cute. Okay, let's do that.
Molly loves those buttons.
Look at those
Sarah
buttons.
loves those buttons.
Those buttons are special.
Short notice sweater pattern. I think you make it out of like worsted or like Aran. I don't know. It's pretty thick, pretty big needle size. But it goes really fast.
This is nice, and it seems like it's holding up well.
It's a free pattern. Tega Hillard? I might have said that wrong. Short notice. I like that one too.
I like that a lot.
Because I like the buttons right there for big baby heads. Okay. Let's see. What else? Finishes. Finishes. That's for something else.
Getting it done.
Girl.
Getting it done.
I think that's all my finishes. Like you guys saw that last time. I didn't know if I was going to wear it.
I do tend to like tonals, I think.
I'm
in love with tonals. Tonals and self-striping.
Okay. Yes. All right, let's talk about what are we working on? Or should we have a tangent here?
Wait,
socks? I know. Tangent. Show us your...
Oh, what else I did? Okay.
Tell us about this, yeah.
Okay. You know, my mind wanders. And I watch, what is it, Bernadette Banner? I watch Bernadette Banner. She is a historical costumer. I watch her on YouTube. Well, she had this special thing that she did with a collaboration with Hand and Lock in England, where she did a little story and talked about vintage embroidery and the time, effort that it took, and all the hand embroidery. Well, Hand and Lock did a special little project where they did a large portion of the embroidery with machine, and then they came back and did the gold work and the applique by hand. And it was still a very involved thing, but they took a little snippet of that, and you could purchase an embroidery kit, and it was pretty reasonable. And with it, it came satin that is like reinforced on the back. And all of these little things were machine embroidered. And then they included in the kit everything for the beads, the mother of pearl, the gold work, all of that. And they had instructions that explained how you do the gold work. And I just was intrigued at doing gold work and silk shading, and I mean the kit is just
it's gorgeous. Look at that,
beautiful.
Yeah,
and it came with absolutely everything you needed: all the threads, all of the specialty gold work, even a waxer, all the threads, all the little specialty spindles and gold work that you needed, and I did it. It was fun. It was just fun.
I love that it's just something different, you know? And I like that it's just a little taste. And they sent you everything you needed, so it's not like you had to go out and get extra.
Right. So I went, I actually purchased a piece of velvet from Hobby Lobby in dark green. And the only reason why I haven't done this is that I had quite a few of the accoutrements left over. So on the back of the embroidery, I was going to put something on the back and then sew it together and make a little decorative pillow. So that's the
I like
plan.
it. I like it.
So if you can go out to Hand and Lock, see the kit, or you can watch Bernadette Banner on YouTube. It's interesting.
Yeah. I bet. Just something different and new.
She's a very interesting young lady.
Yeah.
So that was my little thing. Yeah.
Now, things we're working on. I think last time we talked about having a 3-project rotation. I don't really know that I'm in a 3 project rotation. I kind of am, I guess. Maybe I have 4.
Technically, I think I am. I have 2 Afghans that I'm doing right now. And I have a pair of socks.
Yep. Well, when do you not have socks? Okay, so show these. Is this the rest of that Martini colorway?
Yes. So my coworker, she liked. I showed her a picture. She liked the Martini colorway. She said, except for that yellow. So I decided to do her some shorty socks, and instead I used teeny weeny wool in the color fuchsia for her heel flap and heel turn.
That's pretty. Is that Eye of Partridge heel?
So yeah, I decided to do the Eye of Partridge heel to see if I could pay attention long enough.
You did. You did. That looks like you paid attention because
right. Oh, it's a 4-row repeat. Actually,
yeah,
the wrong side is exactly the same. It's the differences on the 2 different rows on the right side, which makes the little Eye of Partridge. So yes, that's what I'm working on. I should have those finished up shortly, probably for Christmas.
I am still working on my tube, so I got this far, and I went ahead and did the ribbing, like an inch and a half of ribbing, and bound off, and tried it on, thinking like, okay, because I originally thought this would be fine for the halfway point. Tried it on, and it was not going to be enough. So I ripped back. Thankfully, I didn't cut it or anything. I just pulled the ribbing out and decided it needs a little bit more, because these were the ones that the last time I did a tube was this.
I love this.
You did the heels on this. You did these afterthought heels because I was too afraid. But looking at this, like,
you got to knit for a long time.
Yeah, like, I needed at least another inch.
The good thing is,
so
this is good vacation knitting. This is good,
when you have nothing else, like, you don't have a lot of brain space, you just, knit. You just knit.
And knit.
And I like this. This is I think it's some opal yarn. Yeah, you can't even read the label.
Vintage, so deep stash.
Probably. It's the opal. Sockin' stricken and
that's deep stash.
Yeah, but I like it. It's just kind of fun.
I like that. What you're going to do for the heels?
No, remember I'm supposed to do a afterthought gusset, heel flapping gusset with you. So that's why I was wondering if you had figured yours out.
I need to figure it out. I haven't. I wonder where they are. I have them done. I just need to sit down and read the book. What's her name?
Lara Neal.
She has
Sock architecture.
She has like 2-page description in there on that.
I wrote down to bring that book, but I forgot to look for it this morning when I was trying to get out the door so I could get to her house before the parade closed the road. Yeah, so I need to just read. I have that in because I have my tube done. Yeah. I don't, but I'm close. So these have been going for a long time.
I love that.
I do too.
Because you can just knit, not have to think about it.
Okay, show us an Afghan, lady.
Okay. My coworker Kim, her little girls, one of them, the youngest one, Brookie, loves green. And so I decided I wanted to make her a scrap Afghan, and I'm going to make the other girl who loves pink and purple a pink and purple. I started with the green because I don't love green, and I thought it was going to be the hardest one to do, but I can't put it down. It's just, the colors are so amazing.
Look at that.
I just can't put it down.
Tell us about it.
Oh, it's just literally, I just actually just do whatever stitch I feel like doing at the time with whatever color. So it's just a variety of crochet stitches. I just bought Crochet Magazine because they had a stitch in there I hadn't seen before. But like this right here is a flower stitch where the green is the leaf and then the little bulb is the like flower.
Tulips. Yeah, that's cute.
And so I did that. And then it's just a variety of stitches with a variety of yarns. Some of them are scrap. Some of them I actually went and bought.
Yes, because she loves green.
Yeah, and I wanted to get all the greens I could get in here.
Yes, I love stuff like this because it just, even though it's not intentional, it feels intentional. Oh, look at these flowers. They're little rainbow flowers.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. That's so sweet.
So I'm hoping she'll
she'll
like
love it. She'll
I'm
love
about halfway. I need to gotta go a little bit longer because I don't have time for baby blankets. They grow out of it.
No,
I make little people blankets.
Baby blankets. You've made both my girls. Could fit a twin size bed.
Yeah, they grow out of it. I want a bigger blanket. So
I love that.
So yeah, my goal is to try and get this done and the other one before Christmas.
Ooh, you better get going.
Yeah, I better get going on it.
Okay.
I got sidetracked for a little bit.
That's all right.
But I'm back on track. I had to do the repair on Miss Molly's.
Yeah, I should have brought it, but I didn't. So,
that yarn. Gosh. The yarn is very slick.
It is. It feels nice and it lays nice, but it's just,
and I love the yarn. As a matter of fact, I had bought everything that they had in that yarn. They don't make it anymore. It was a wool blend, and it feels nice. It's great. It's washable. But every time she washed it, one of the ends would pop out, and so that was annoying me when I went over there, and I was like, dude, all those ends popped out. So when I made Sarah's. Out of the same yarn, same colors, but I crocheted Sarah's, I tacked down the ends. So I had bought, thread to tack down each color. So I took it and I tacked down all of the ends, and it was so funny because I'd be like, oh, I'm done. And then I'd wash it,
and then another one
and then some other ends will pop out. So then I tack them down. So I was like, okay. Well, I'm going to run this through the rinse cycle. And then some more popped out. So I kept running it through the rinse cycle until they stopped popping out. And then I was like, okay, no more popped out. So that took a little bit of time to tack all those down. But I feel confident that...
I was saying, I haven't seen any pop out, and we've used it a good bit.
Okay. If they pop out, I have all of those threads set to the side so that I can just tack some more down. Yes. I'm all ready.
So then I'm working on a little pair of socks for Molly out of leftovers. This was that ugly color that you were like, why are you knitting those? Because you knit these for my niece, Nora, who's now 14. And so this is all that's left. So I have this orange that I did the heel in. But Molly's foot is growing. So
Molly's growing.
Molly is growing too, but her foot keeps getting longer. So I was like, oh, I think I'm ready for the toe. So I only have one started. It's not a big deal. It'll get done eventually, but I just like that it's the leftovers, like little leftover ball.
It's fun to use up your leftovers, I think, at least.
Okay. Next, Whippy.
I do not have any more.
Okay, I got two more. One's not, well, I have three, but one's not really a whip. I'll do that last. Okay.
Why is it not really a whip?
Because it's like, I'm not really working on it right now. Okay.
Oh, it's in timeout?
Kind of. It's just at a stop.
This is the
dinosaur. So then, you know how Molly's into dinosaurs. So at the Fiber Festival this year in April, I bought two things. I bought my annual Fiberfest shirt, which I like this color this year. So I've been wearing that because they're so soft. And Molly picked out this yarn. Look at this. I like this color.
That's pretty.
Speckly. It's from RMR Yarn Co.
That's so pretty. It's got green, teal, blue, orange,
the Rocio base.
Fuchsia.
It's fingering weight, and the colorway is Orquídea de Ensueño.
Oh,
something Spanish. It's beautiful. Molly picked out the color, and she told me she wanted a dinosaur. Okay, after I knit those mice, I was like, I'm never knitting another toy because it's so fiddly, trying to deal with double points. I was like, you know what? I've crocheted a few things in my time. I'm going to crochet this dinosaur. So I found this book. Molly and I looked at patterns on Ravelry. She liked this dino, this T-Rex. So this is Dinosaurs, Mammoths, and More, Prehistoric Amigurumi. And it's by a couple different authors. But it has some really, look at all the cute little guys that are in there. So I was like, okay, even if I do like 2 or 3 of these, it'll be well worth it. So I'm working on Theo, the T-Rex. That's his name in the book. I don't know what she's going to name it. I was like, man, it'd be great if I could get this done by September when I go on my trip. But it's obviously not done. In fact,
He's cute though.
he's super cute. All I've done is his head.
He's got a super cute head.
He does have a super... I love how the yarn's working up. I think it's really sweet. Yeah.
I like him.
It's crochet is challenging for me because I have to keep looking at it. Like
teeth.
I like knitting that I don't have to look at right now. That's my life. So this, and I have to keep counting it, and it's tough for me to count crochet. It gets easier the more I do it, but and I need to dig out some more fiberfill because I grabbed a bunch of fiberfill out thinking, oh, this would be plenty. It only stuffed his head.
Oh, do you
need
some more?
No, you sound like my mother. You need some more? I'm like, no, I have a whole bag.
Everybody has some fiberfill they're trying to get rid of. Look at him.
So he's coming along.
Adorable.
I think he'll be cute. And I'll probably use some of that orange.
Let me tell you.
From her socks for the other stuff.
Miss Molly knows how to pronounce all of those dinosaur names.
Parasaurolophus.
Yes.
Girl.
She knows that. Parasaurolophus. Mm-hmm. We went through the whole book. She was teaching me how to pronounce all of them.
And then last time we met...
She's going to be a paleontologist.
I told you I was going to work on that calamus sweater out of my Miss Babs Yowza, right? My coffee break. So I started that, hated it. So I found this really cute...
I like that coffee break, though.
I love the yarn. Love it.
Man, that's some pretty yarn.
But I found this really cute... I don't even know where a picture is. This is fine. It's called the Haru V-neck sweater.
What happened to your other sweater? You just were like, nope, not today.
This I think is free by Soop Knits, S-O-O-P Knits. But it's just like this basic V-neck.
Looks comfy.
The reason I did it is because it's top down, and I could try it on.
And you can try it on.
Which I bought barber cords to do, but I don't feel like doing that. But
you're a barber cord person.
I bought them. So it was cool construction. Like you knit the back neck. That's where you start. Yeah, you kind of do some short rows.
Goes top down. Mm-hmm. I love it when people give me a schematic.
Oh, I do
so that I kind of can visually see what I'm going to be doing. I love it when they do that.
So it's coming. There's my deep V right there.
It's coming. You got quite a bit of progress on it.
I think I started the ribbing. I tried it on the other day, and I started the ribbing on the bottom because it calls for 3 inches of ribbing on the bottom. I've been alternating skeins like a mad woman, but I've been laying it out
against something
against a sweater that I love how it fits, and this is a raglan, so I love the length of this. I love how it fits. So I've been using this kind of as my guide. And this is like a super old Eddie Bauer sweater.
I know.
That I bought. But I love the colors.
That would never imagine you putting on that color.
I love it. I love it so much.
But don't you just love an old sweater that...
It just fits so good. So anyway, progress. And then, okay, the last project. And we talked about this. Maybe I don't think I talked about it on the podcast, but remember I was talking about how I want to knit another sweater. And I want to knit a fingering weight sweater because I think the weight of it would be nice to wear. So to test out all my fingering weight ideas and to use scraps, I had started the Cozy Memories blanket. Da-ding.
That looks beautiful.
That is
love gorgeous. Gorgeous.
So I was using...
Absolutely gorgeous, especially this corner over here. That's
my sweater.
Right. No, that was your sweater. Yeah. That's a good idea.
Somebody, I think, was that you who told me that?
I don't know.
Tammy?
No, I probably wasn't smart enough to tell you that.
So I'm using that Eeyore's Rainbow that sock yarn to border every one so that it kind of has like some
cohesiveness to it.
So as soon as that color change happens, because the stripe is pretty, consistent. As soon as the color change happens, I stop and put the color on. But like all of this over here was just scraps. Stuff that I found in my thing and I was like, or things I had just finished, like that's that glitter from the Arroyo. And this, I made a little baby hat out of this for a little girl. Another one of those little sock head hats or whatever. And that's the same. And then this one I have for Sarah has a hat out of that. So, and then,
is that your sock?
This was on a different blanket that I made that I love. I have more of this that you didn't even get to see the second half of the color change. So I'm going to do it again. Da-ding, with that pink in there. But it's really fun because now I have something to do with all my scraps. But, you know how I was talking about knitting a fade, fingering weight.
You know how much I love a fade.
So I think what I might end up doing is finding a pattern that I like and just fade it myself, but using these colors. So I wanted to see how they knit up because like in the skein they look so different, right? Like you're just not quite sure.
Love that. As a matter of fact, I might cut that out and put it on the wall.
So I was like, let me put these in here and see how they look together and how they look knitted up.
This color right here is amazing. This color right here has your dark amber, and then it also has somehow, some way, pink, blue, and purple.
That's a hedgehog.
How did they even get that in?
That's a hedgehog.
And they made it work with a dark amber.
Something, and so is this one. Like I think I bought these at 2 different times, and they look like almost the same. They're different colorways. But I was like, this is a good way to test it out. But I haven't done anything else with it. But I keep, every time I finish something, fingering weight, or come across something, or wind something for a fingering weight project, I'm like, you know what, I'll just do a square. Because it's like, I don't know, like 5 or 6 grams that you need. Not a lot. Not enough to make a difference on a project.
And it's nice just to be able to knit and not have to think a whole lot.
It is. So I like this in terms of, but this is an ongoing whip that I don't know will ever end. That's fun. But I like it. Because you inspired me. Oh. You were doing this.
I have one somewhere.
Well, remember you started. Yes, you started it.
Dig it out.
And then you wanted to put the black around the edges.
Now I think I've given it up. But I'm going to dig it out. As soon as I finish my 2 Afghans, I'll dig it out.
So I think that's all my whips.
That's all the whips I have. What else we got?
Okay, well, we're going to talk about plans. Not really.
We can talk about plans. You got plans?
Just I want to do another sweater for myself.
I went shopping.
Okay, acquisitions. I have not done any acquiring because
there was, what is it, Yarn Hop Day?
Oh, you did the yarn crawl.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I was out of town for the yarn crawl.
There was Fiberfest. I didn't buy a lot. I did buy Apothecary Fabrications. We had bought quite a bit from her last year.
Yeah. Ooh,
but I did see that and couldn't leave it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It was just pretty.
This would be, I found that there was a pattern. It's a sock pattern, sprocket socks that I wanted to do. That would be fun.
But this lady is nice. She does some hand dyeing, and she's just she's just the type of vendor and proprietor that you just want to support. And when I walked in her booth and I saw this, I don't know, I couldn't leave it. I don't have any plans for it.
Doesn't matter.
I just needed it. Okay, it's a merino silk.
Oh,
maybe I'll make a hat.
That should be, or a cowl.
Yeah, I just couldn't leave it.
Or that'd be a really fun, like top of a sweater, like color work.
Yeah.
And then just do the rest in like a gray or a black.
Maybe it'll just sit there and be pretty.
Or it can just be pretty.
Then we did Yarn Crawl Day.
I like those colors.
It's silk, cashmere, nylon. Feel it. It's so heavy.
It is. This is going to be
very heavy.
That drape on this. Like if you were to make, look at that.
I don't know what I'm going to do.
Hand me that wool and silk. So wool and silk. Some drape With the cashmere there, you're getting
Got
serious
lots
drape.
of drape. Well, I bought one.
But if you just had just wool, like, look how
it doesn't drape.
Bouncy that is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what I was going to make with it, but once again, I couldn't leave it. I could not leave it. And then as I was walking out, Bad Tammy, she had snuck and bought one, and so she gave me another one. So this has to be something really special.
What if you did?
I don't know. I can make some dreads.
Hair. You could make a dread hat.
It would be beautiful. It would be beautiful.
It would. You should. This is too pretty.
So, hey, you got any idea of anything I can make? Comment. Leave us a comment. Tell me, what can I do with these? Because it needs to be something special. And look at these beautiful colors. Tell me what I could do with this. And we got that from Seven Sisters. Seven Sisters Yarn and Fiber here in St. Louis on Yarn Crawl Day.
So we have a couple new shops that none of us have been to yet. But we're working on it. Like there's one out in Washington. There's one up in, is it Florissant or Ferguson?
Ferguson. My husband, he loves to go to Washington, so I'm going to make him drive.
Yeah, go out to Washington.
And then also at Seven Sisters, I don't know.
That's a gauge.
Okay. Corey don't swatch and she don't block, but I'm trying to turn over a new leaf. So I keep buying these things thinking that they're going to make me excited to actually swatch. So you never know. Maybe they will. But I bought this from Seven Sisters. I think it's a knit. Okay, I'm trying to get it. It's a Knitter's Pride swatching gauge meter. Come out without making a bunch of noise.
It's like that gauge ruler you got us.
But this one's a little bit small.
Yeah. And
So
it has a
I'm thinking
needle
that'll
thing.
help me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you think that'll help me?
I think it will.
Having the magnifier?
Read your stuff. I like that there's a line on there. So
Yeah.
you can kind of leave it lined up.
Mm-hmm. So I might use it. One day.
You will.
I just don't swatch, and I should. I'm trying to be better.
Your bag is stuck on your microphone.
I'm going to be a better swatcher. Last weekend, they had the Needle Art Galleria at, September 12th and 14th. They had the Needle Art Galleria at the Embassy Suites in St. Charles, Missouri. I've never been. I decided I would go. You know, I figured they'd have some knitting adjacent things.
Yeah.
And I have not done cross stitch yet. And then I saw that they had
Oh, my mom used to cross stitch.
see, she should have gone with me. But I saw this. Okay. Isn't that adorable? That's needle punch. So then I had to get the needle puncher.
Yeah.
Okay. But this it's a kit, and I had to buy it. I had to.
I think that's fair. Because you're going to make it.
And
you're going to be really good. You're going to have all these really cute little decorative pillows.
So I guess now I'm going to be doing needle punch. I don't know. But we had a black cat, so I had to get it. Mm-hmm. And then there was a Creative Angel, and they had all of these bead things in there.
Oh, look. Is this a
And it was a kit.
An ornament?
And with instructions. She gives you the instructions. Yeah. And while I was there, people kept walking in showing her photos of things that they had made. Oh, somebody gave me some free stuff. Oh, Creative Angel gave me a free pen or something. And she was so sweet. She was like, you've got to go out, post, and show me what you do. And I was like, oh, so this will be my new year. After everything settles down from the holidays, I'll sit down and teach myself.
Love that we're talking about the holidays, and it's
this needle thing.
September 21st. That's all right. We're getting ready. Speaking of posting, we're in the works. My friend here is going to become a TikTok star. So
okay.
Keep your ear to the ground.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Look for that. She's doing it.
And then I like Primrose Cottage because they're small. I see them all the time. I watch Floss Tube. They're small.
Oh,
I figure I might have the attention span for something small.
You do.
And so I bought those. So there you go.
Her hobbies are expanding. I'm over here still knitting, struggle with a little crochet.
You raising babies.
Girl, I am doing laundry and meal planning and
loading the
feeding people.
dishwasher.
Oh my gosh. I don't think I've ever used my dishwasher more than when I had children.
And then last night I bought these because I decided we needed sock blockers.
They're cool. They're adjustable.
They're adjustable.
Well,
Got these from the shop. That's what I call it. Yarn.com.
Yeah.
Heather over there.
I haven't been in there in a while.
Well, they had these. She pulled them down and I bought them. So I'm sure if you would like some, you can go to Yarn.com, their website, and buy some. But they come. It took us just a minute. You do need a
flathead screwdriver.
Our production manager, my husband, went and found that for us to put it together real quick. But that was nice. I'm thinking I like these because they're adjustable.
Yeah, I like that you can just have one pair to serve your needs because they can get real small or real big.
Now I'm hot. Okay, I'm a fan.
All right. Other things. I don't think... Okay. When you last saw us, we were talking about a giveaway.
I still got that up in the closet.
Yeah.
Did we figure out how to do that?
We have not figured out how to do that. Maybe whenever, just keep watching. Maybe we'll get it together.
I'm in love with this love letter top.
I think you should do it.
I do not like these little nipple things going right across the boobs.
Oh.
But I think that top is adorable.
I bet you could just take those bobbles out. Just move it.
That's exactly what I'm going to do.
Oh, okay.
Hello,
A call to action. Call to action. So, Corey and Bad Tammy have decided they are going to make the ranunculus sweater. Which, I feel like this has been around on... When was this published? 2017? Something like that. I don't know.
It's been around a while.
It's been around for a while. There's thousands of these
Everybody's
things out
made
there.
one.
And it's cool because you can kind of use any gauge yarn. And there's only so many sizes.
That's what's confusing about it.
That's also what's confusing. There's a couple different sizes, but
you were right
they're
on.
pretty...
Midori Hiroshi, 2017. You were right on. How did you know that?
I'm here for it.
You were on it. You know your knit stuff.
Yeah. I don't know. It says version 3.1, so it may have been...
The 3.1 is TU 2022.
Okay. So anyway, they have been talking about starting it. Well, I think there's confusion in how to start the neckline.
Tammy was like, this don't look right. And so wait, you had wound all my yarn for me. And I was
Look at this.
I'm waiting for her to figure out the neckline before I start. No need for me to get all upset about it.
Well, and I would like to do this sweater, but I don't know that I'm ready to do this sweater.
Tammy put it down and went back and picked up some old whip.
I don't blame her. I don't blame her at all.
There's nothing like confusion over a new project. Make you go back to an old project.
Hey, I'm going to finish something that I know how to do. Get some.
I was like, that's hilarious. So, yeah, she put it down, and I'm like, well, darn, I'm waiting for her to come through with figuring out this neckline.
Yeah.
Apparently, was it hers too tight? She's looking, and she's like, there's no way in the world that this neckline is going to look anything like what's in here. And as you see, it's done with varying positive ease.
And the weights, some people are using lace weights, some people are using DK, it looks like.
Like that looks lace, and that's cute for her. Cute. That a lot of positive ease is really nice on thin people. But
I think what gets me, this is what the hard thing is that I see, okay, this is styled so cute. Look how cute that's styled on these little girls. And I don't know, young women, right? I see that and I'm like, oh, I love an oversized whatever. And then, I love how they've styled this on this young lady, too. And she's not real thin.
But hers looks a little more tailored.
Hers looks like she knit it to fit her. And it looks beautiful. And so it's okay, I'm probably going to lean more that way, if I'm going to spend the time on a sweater for myself. But they sell you on this oversized look. So you think, oh, I need to make an oversized look, even though my body is not meant for this oversized.
Exactly. And I'm not good at going, no, that's not for me. I need to do this.
I think that's the trick of it. And, there is so much, because people have done all different versions of it. I think it's hard to find where you want yours to fit.
You know, your mother talks about this a lot. She talks a lot about how when you have a picture and you have a sample, and she's like, I want that. Okay? And she wants a kit that puts together that.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And so I think that's where I am, is there's so many different variations. I'm like, I don't know which one I want, and I want to be pointed to exactly what instructions give me that outcome.
Right.
Because, see, I don't want to make that, and I don't want to mess up like that.
Yeah. Well, and like if you look at it, like if you look at how the neckline is hanging on these gals, like that's going to look sloppy on me. Whereas like her neckline looks fitted, right? And so it's like, okay, what did she do that's different than those gals? So I think there's some like brain power that has to go into that, and dare I say a swatch.
I know, right? You're right.
Just so you can get an idea.
In 2025, we're going to start swatching.
Shoot, 2025. Can you believe that? 2025.
People in 2025, Corey's going to swatch.
5 years. Y'all, my child, she's about to turn 4. I don't even know what I'm going to do with myself. In 2025, she'll be 5.
I cannot believe that she is not even 4.
Next month.
And this girl can count. Like, she's in her 30s.
She's a wild woman.
Yeah.
She's very hungry for like letters and numbers and that type of stuff. Like she's very into like looking at books and being read to. But I remember last year she could count all the pumpkins and she was in the 20s. Yeah. Now she's in the 30s. She might, next time I see her, she'll be in the 50s. She's
without
cute.
Messing up.
She'll count and she'll go like 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 2010. I'm like, no, 30. And she goes, okay, 30, 31, 32,
She's right.
33.
It should be
and she'll
2010.
Say 2010. And I say, no, 40. So she can count them. She just, that next little bump, she's like,
she's
no,
right.
2010, 3010, 4010.
It should be.
She's funny.
Yeah. I'm just, I'm amazed at her.
She's a little wild thing.
I know. She is just such an...
Okay.
You're a good friend, but she's really amazing fun friend.
I know. Okay, people.
What else do we have? Is that it?
I think that's it.
Oh, that wasn't that bad.
No. Talk to us. Thank you for coming to see us again.
If you figured out ranunculus, tell me.
Put it in the comments. I'm sure there's like a tutorial out there we're just not aware of.
But I'm still knitting the stash because that was stash. The love letter top.
That's going to be stash. Ooh.
I got stash for that too.
This looks like the stuff you're making that other top out of.
No. That's different stash that I need to undo.
Ooh, this is cotton.
I'm still knitting the stash.
Cotton, viscose. This will be drapey and beautiful.
I am still knitting the stash, people.
Yeah.
We're going to knit the stash one more year.
You know, I think that's okay. I think people are not coming to us to look at what kind of yarn to buy.
Okay.
Maybe they're coming to us to have somebody to knit with at their home.
I was thinking about this because, you know, I had put together Tammy's birthday gift, and it was taking me time, and I had to put a note in there. This is for Tammy's birthday gift, and I had to write a little letter to her in case, you know, the plane should crash because I had to take a trip. And I thought, if the plane crashes and I bequeath all of this to my good friend KnittinJenna, she's not going to know what to do with all this crap. I'm like, I should really, really put forth an effort to knit through some of this crap so that I'm only leaving you the good stuff.
You're so funny. Nothing's happening to you.
Even still, you have to disperse of all that. You'll be like, what?
Girl, I'm going to take it to the guild. I'm going to be like, all right, ladies, here we go. They would have the best time.
I did that last weekend. Last weekend was the Knitting Guild, and I took a box of books and things to the Knitting Guild and put it on the free table.
It was gone.
It did, because I could have taken it to Savers or whoever.
Yeah.
But I wanted to make sure knitting people, because there were a few books that were pretty good.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure that
that's a good idea. I have a
books.
couple knitting books that could go. I took a bunch of books a while ago to Half Price Books to sell back, And I probably took between 40 and 50 books up there, and they gave me $10. So I
Right.
was like,
I'd rather take it to the knitting people if they're knitting.
if it was
books.
knitting, I would have, but they were just like fiction and other stuff. And so we're cleaning out our basement and organizing it because we're having it redone.
That's exciting.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to get, right now we're in the design phase with a guy who's, hopefully things are going to work out like we want. It's all going to come back to like if they can do things to code. Like we're going to put in an egress window to move the bedroom that's down there, so we can keep our 3-bedroom status. Because if you don't, I mean,
Right, you need the egress.
so we need to have an egress window put in, but we don't know if like the distance from the egress window exit to the property line, what that has to be.
Okay.
So that's going to depend on if we can put the egress window in there. If we can't, then we probably won't move the bedroom, and we'll just, it'll cost significantly less if we don't have to move all our stuff around.
But it'd be nice.
But I think the design of it would work better if we did move things around, especially in terms of like headroom, like our basement. We have all the all the plumbing and the HVAC stuff all runs through the floor, like kind of straight down the middle of our house. And so like there's these weird bulkheads that pop down in there, and you lose some headroom. And anyway, we'll keep you apprised on that.
If not, interest rates went down.
Girl, we still got to get it cleaned up before we
You
can
could
sell it
purchase.
anyway. Yeah.
I know, selling houses is a pain.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's a pain. Well,
right.
thank you. Thank you for sticking with us and for coming back. And thank you, Alice,
Yes.
for
Thank you,
encouraging
Alice.
us always. It's so nice to have a community of like-minded people like Alice who are always encouraging and positive. It's great. It makes you feel good. It's nice to have friends like that. Yeah. So thank you.
Yes. So now we'll pray that I can get this uploaded back into two into one piece before our interruption.
If not, you just have to watch two back to back.
Oh, it'll be good. All right, episode 11. We're out. We'll be back in next month.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a schedule. We're going to work on that.
Thank you.
Bye, friends.